was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through colored glass. Time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shade my smile.
Happy Dietide! I'm here wearing my customary Dietide uniform of the year as we bring in the final round robin week of the CEA winter season 2020. I'm here with RallyingCry to talk about a match that could be very important for two very fun teams we've seen plenty of already.
Thanks, Howie. It's a pleasure to be here again. And yes, you said it, it's a very important match. And that is because the team which loses this is unfortunately going to be eliminated. So it is a high stakes match. And I'm hoping to see some, teams pull out those secret strategies. Do they have a certain pick up their sleeve, some non-meta strategy which they're willing to use so that they can really clench victory?
Given that one of the teams is called Techies called Go Kabam, we could have the surprise is just being hidden from us the whole time.
Hiding
How
in
has
plain sight.
Dietide treated you? What are your strategies for collecting the ghost candies?
I played a little bit of Dietide, not a huge amount. Unfortunately, by the time I played, some of the strategies had become quite known and were being exploited. You know about Clinks before he got patched, Shadow Shaman running in and destroying your basket completely, wiping out all your candies. So I still managed to get my hands on a couple of chests, made a few quid, so can't complain.
The real fun was to be had in the first 6 hours when Queen of Pain had infinite spell block with no cooldown. I got
How
to
about
play with
Undying?
that one.
Did you play
And
the Undying?
had infinite reincarnation with no
Infinite
cooldown.
reincarnation. Yeah, where you you got the talent where you dropped a tombstone on death and you could spawn infinite tombstones.
So I
That's good.
picked Queen of Pain, not knowing I would had infinite Lincolns, and I felt actually so criminally unfair when I got into that game. However, I'm the sucker of the Halloween season, as I bought 10 keys, and having gotten at least one
Wow.
drop every day, have only gotten one chest. So,
Oh,
people in the chat, I'd love it if you could donate a couple to me as well. Hit me up.
I could have sold my chest to you. I've only got 2 Dietide rewards, and one of them was a chest, my first one. But I didn't open it. I just sold it on the market straight away.
Got a cat emoji. Who wants that? I want my chests. I've already given Valve my money, and I'm not paying £4 just for a chest.
They're £2 now, so they are half price, but you still have to buy a key as well. So it does make it up to what, £4.50.
I'm sitting on keys. Keys are plenty.
Okay, they're about £2 each
the
now.
whole way. Damn, they have gone cheap.
Yeah, they have. They've gone down a lot. I think people
Can't wait to get 9 more common sets. You love to see it.
I think the bots, when there was you could AFK and get Dietide points, they got a lot of chests, so that sort of flooded the market, dropped the price a bit. So you should be able to pick up one on the cheap, I hope.
So this match is, as we've said, an 0-2 bubble matchup on the final week of the round robin against Google's Barga team and Techies Go Kabam. I have fond memories of Techies Go Kabam. They've done the longest game we've seen on stream so far, and it didn't even involve a Techies. Barga we've also seen them come around a fair bit. They don't quite have the real GH, but that will confuse the rest of you anyway until the end of time.
Yeah, the question is, when you have a team that's called Techies, right? The Techies is literally in their team name. Do you ban Techies just to be safe, or do you just let them pick it, hoping, no, that's too obvious. Too obvious if they pick Techies. We'll just let them have it.
I mean, I can see what they went for with the name. The company's Kabam, so we think explosions, we think Techies. It kind of makes sense.
It does.
I mean, do Fail of Discord buy many Veils of Discord? Sometimes you're just trying to get them off the scent. Are Amazon Weeb services actually weebs? They might be. So we can't discount that one. There's a lot of questions to be had.
Doesn't really have any impact in the game being a weeb though. It does buying Veil of Discords and picking Techies.
Get them in their weak point. You understand your enemy. You can attack your enemy. This is why a name like Barga doesn't give anything away. There's no clues to be had.
Yeah,
we're
keeping everything hidden.
Almost just about ready for the game to get underway. 2-2 teams in the round robin, so they've not had the greatest of luck, but one of them will escape with a win. They're not guaranteed the slot in the top 12, but they're going to get damn close. There's one more team that they are preying on the result of to see what happens out of. I don't know the whole permutation maths. I don't know the opponent match win percentages. I can't tell you who goes through right now. But the losing team is down on their luck regardless. So, sad days. Although they have fought decently well to get here. You know, you don't get here just by losing every single match.
Yeah, it's true, but this makes it a high stakes match. So both teams are going to need to pull out all the stops so that they can secure their place, hopefully, in the top 12. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what the teams can show us today.
You ever get that feeling when I feel when Roshan chases you around with his little bucket? I think that should be a thing in a normal game.
Yeah,
I
just
think
randomly he gets
halfway
bored.
through, Roshan is like, "I want mango. I'm gonna come for your mangoes now." I just dietide's on the mind. Okay, you got to get that weekly. You got to get that daily reward. You got to stack up those candies to get emojis.
You
I
can get double
mean,
down tokens as well, can't you? In case you want to lose
I'm
even more
clearly
MMR.
mid-season. My recalibration's coming soon, but
I've
not.
clicked mine already. Yeah, haven't done
But
any games
I
yet,
got
but
the
I've clicked it.
longest possible recalibration window,
Ooh,
so I'm
how
still
long?
waiting.
How much longer have you got?
Got 2 more days.
Oh no, I've got a friend who's on 6 more days.
Oh, I'm gonna
So
lose every game. It's gonna go terribly. We're gonna have a great day.
yeah, I mean I'm Divine 5 and I still clicked the recalibration just because I couldn't help it. So
Just
we're
tank.
gonna have to see what
You just
happens.
want to tank it.
I don't
Like
want to tank it, but I just wanted to give it a go. Recalibration is fun. I like the risk.
the risk and the reward. I've heard people go
Potentially.
7 and 3 and move nowhere, so it sounds like it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah,
You're really
I'm
playing with
expecting to go
fire.
down, but yeah, it'll be fun. Yeah,
I
you
just,
have this
I just,
problem when you hit Immortal where you can't play with any of your friends. So if I tank a couple of ranks, I'll be fine.
that's true. That is indeed true. I mean, I don't like to give sympathy to all the Smurfs in the world. They can be extremely irritating people, but
Hmm.
sometimes you need an account in Divine. Play with a friend.
Yeah, that's
The
why the
sad
calibration is perfect.
reality of Dota life.
Well, it looks like we're about to start. Teams are all
As
ready.
soon as the go button is pressed, this is the exciting moment. Waiting in the wings. I think I know whose job this is as well.
Press the button.
Not acting anyone here. I don't have a
Yeah.
go button.
No, we don't have anything. We've got
I
leave
don't even
lobby.
know who's won the coin toss. We don't even get that sort of privileged information over here.
No, we're a
Oh,
bit
we
in the
do.
dark.
You hide the broadcast. Yes. I'm finding these buttons all over the place.
Well,
Off we go.
here we go.
I love my loading screens.
I just realised I've not seen what you look like on cam yet. Howie, I'm gonna have to check it
Well,
later.
that will be a surprise saved for later, I think.
I'm gonna have to watch the VOD. I've been having a serious conversation with you, assuming you're dressed normally when clearly you're not.
My favourite fruit. Bears for us all.
Is it your favourite fruit?
This is my favourite fruit.
All right, game is currently connecting.
Dota's having a hard day today. It's okay. Dota is having a really hard day today, okay? Having an especially hard technical day. We tried our hardest. We hit the button. We didn't quite get it the first time. We can bowl it down again. Like get a strike this time.
Yeah, I went straight down the gutter the first time.
It's always one. Last
There we
time I
go.
went bowling, I got like 5 gutters. I was an embarrassment. We are finally here.
Here we go.
Team ban.
Performing for you, and if you know the words, you can join in too. Techies go Kabam take the first pick and the Radiant side.
Dire team
Barga
ban.
take the Dire side and the last pick, as you would assume. No surprises on Barga there.
No, none yet, but we're going to have to see what the bans are going to be. They've started with anti-mage, so immediately eliminating a core hero, which is a bit unusual, but not completely
10
unprecedented.
seconds remaining.
Just hate that guy.
I do
Right.
too. I ban him every single game. Always do, always have
I
done.
don't really despise them as much as people say, because I'm quite an adept Legion commander player. And when you're down in the trenches, you can catch that sly little dude every single time with your duel. It's so
That's true.
great.
It's a good counter. Also, he can't reflect it because counterspell doesn't actually counter the duel. So yeah, that's a really good counter, but it
Legion is
doesn't
the
matter.
perfect hero. You can play Legion off lane, you can play Legion mid, you can play Legion safe lane. You can do them all.
True.
Max your Q, bully people out of the lane for the rest of the game, get your blade mail in 10 minutes, win. That's it.
But do you know what the ultimate counter to anti-mage is? The banning phase.
True.
So that's what they've gone for.
Wow,
This is a quick pick. This was literally instantaneous.
Unfortunately, it is just a meta support hero. I think like the collective excitement of the run rate is just dropped when I saw it was a hero. Not much to work out from that one.
Not much yet, but I do like seeing Jakiro. He's got some quite high impact spells and they're quite flashy, so makes for a good game.
He's a good guy. Look at that Macropire dude. Oh my god. The classic call. The Enigma ban. You don't see this hero very often, do you? But
no, you don't. It's a very odd hero to ban in phase 1. But really maybe they know, maybe Techies Go Kabam have a hidden Enigma player.
Maybe their captain just had a really bad experience with Enigma, which is very rare. I mean, you don't even see him in your pubs. Where's he gone?
No, I don't see him often.
Someone find this lost hero.
Wow, quick picks. I mean, Techies Go Kabam know exactly what they want, and it is Night Stalker.
They're going full pace ahead in order to cloak the Techies up ahead. So the early Night Stalker, very nice and aggressive hero. Really looking to like kill people in that first 10 minutes of the game.
But Undying is also a strong early game hero, so both teams have a lineup which can be aggressive early, or has the potential to at least. So I like that.
Next bands up, we have our Templar Assassin. It's another really early one. We're seeing a lot of very, very early core bans and slightly unorthodox ones, but kind of like that. It leaves some uncertainty in our pool.
Yeah, it's odd because I don't feel like you'd pick Templar Assassin into a team with Jakiro, because Jakiro's constant damage over time effect is quite annoying for Templar Assassin. Look how fast Techies Go Kabam do everything. The picks, the bans, it is so quick. They haven't even touched their reserve time, leaving it all for the last pick potentially.
They're strategizing like a team that needs this win to go through. They've written it all down on paper. They've got out the whole graphs. They've probably they set up a whole Zoom call on a whiteboard just to
yeah, they have
one together.
Folder in hand.
As well. I feel like that in their heads they're thinking, if we use a second of reserve time, we've already lost. It's the mental advantage.
Maybe, yeah, you're right. The intimidation factor, showing the other team we know what we want and we're gonna pick it. The other team go, oh, what do we do? They're so confident in their draft.
Seems as if this Barga team is very scared of initiators, with the Magnus also straight up gone, and with the next ban could be another teamfight hero. I mean,
that'd be a good theory. What do you think? Tidehunter, Mars?
I mean, Mars is not a bad hero to get rid of in general. He flies under the radar quite a lot for a hero that can then smack you.
He's definitely a very strong hero at the moment. I agree. So we'll see. If your theory is correct, they should ban yet another teamfight initiator, and they did.
Not bad.
It was a core, but it was still a teamfight hero.
I got insight.
You do.
Yeah. Makes
Good
me
prediction.
Think, so what are the sort of picks that you want to go for if you're really scared of teamfight heroes? Does that actually like suggest something in the way they want to play?
Maybe they just want to go teamfight heavy, so they're trying to eliminate any options that the enemy team might have, so they definitely have the teamfight advantage. Or they're really looking to split push, and they're going to pick something really rat heavy like Nature's Prophet, Weaver, that sort of hero.
I think this pick will determine the momentum of the draft, so to speak, because the Undying isn't heavily team fighting, so you really do need a hero with a big spell if you're going to go for one now. And Centaur's not a terrible call for that sort of thing.
And the literal instant pick against it, Necrophos, which is a very good hero against Undying and Centaur.
Are Kabam even trying to like respond to these picks, or do you really think they found this new meta and they're just ready to go for it?
The thing is, Necrophos is so good against Centaur and Undying that I can't believe it. Like, they picked Necrophos so quickly. Did they even look at the Centaur pick? Or is their flowchart already so detailed that someone just followed it through and went, yep, if this, go for Necrophos? I don't know. Either way, it looks good.
We have a lot of tech companies in this tournament. We could start thinking, are they deploying the machine learning on us?
Maybe they've already done the machine learning and it's given them the perfect draft. They're still going. Quicker and quicker. They've got a lot of healing now. They've got Necrophos and Dazzle. Necrophos is good against high HP strength heroes. As soon as they get to half health, throw down the scythe, easy kill. Dazzle, keep yourself alive from Sven. I quite like their draft.
So is the Sven still worth picking in the world of the Necroforce? You are a big strength hero, but you are also Sven. Two very different sides of a coin there.
Yeah, that's true. You can also dispel Necrophos's Ghost Shroud once you get that talent, which I think is at level 15.
Right.
So quite hard for Necrophos. You can't use it. You can Blink Dagger it. So maybe Necrophos should look for a Blink.
You know everything about this game.
Yeah,
So,
I'm a bit of an encyclopedia.
Here's the question. Can you dispel Night Stalker's silence?
His silence?
Is it AoE silent?
No, because it's constantly reapplied. It's an aura. You can't dispel auras. So no.
Well, that's one sad theory in the bucket. But we
You can
don't really
BKB
need
it,
to
though.
justify it. We don't really need to justify a spend pick. I'm just rattling it through my mind.
Yeah, that's a good point.
The Brood ban also coming out. Unusual, because they're not really a very pushing heavy team on what we have here.
I feel like Brood also may struggle against, potentially against Necrophos, because if he can wipe out a load of the spiders, he'll heal all the way to full HP. It's not what you want to see as Brood Mother. So we'll see. They're about to touch their reserve time. They have 2 minutes, 10 seconds. They have only just touched it. They've gone through 7 bans and 4 picks, and they've only just dipped into it. How much are they going to take? Will they take the full 2 minutes?
They're now going to really rattle this through their minds and use every last second.
I'd like to see it if they pick a really interesting pick. Oh, they didn't take that long. No Techies here. Lifestealer makes sense. He's very good against heroes with high HP. And there's Centaur and Undying, so go for it.
There's a big pattern here. Anti-strength heroes along the lineup, the Necro and the Lifestealer. Very surprising for a team that picks this quick to have such a, strongly kind of rounded comp. They've realized that the Undying, Centaur and Sven 3 in a row, you're just sitting on top of strength after strength after strength there. You're not going to see a major Agi hero at least come out with a lineup like that. Last one will probably be Int, if anything, so you can just really safely get these anti-high HP. Eat them up!
I assume so. I would think they'd have to pick an Int here and now. They are seriously lacking a mid. And they don't have a lot of crowd control on the Kabam team, so you could get away with a slightly greedier mid hero. Maybe even Storm Spirit, something like that, Ember Spirit, but we'll see. 39 seconds, so they've still got a little bit of time. They're taking more time to think things through. There's no rush.
But yet they've still been countered. It's a paradox. But they have all the power going into this last pick.
They do. They know the whole draft now. Every ban, every pick.
They banned their own Slark. Rest in peace. And they've taken out a lot of late game threats, actually.
Right, now we are in the last 10 seconds, so they better have something in mind.
This is their BM response. It was in their minds the whole time.
Here we go. Death Prophet. Okay. Death Prophet will have to lane, assuming against the Necrophos, and I think that matchup is fine for both heroes.
Make space for the Sven to get his first few items with these, Centaur and the Death Prophet can make trouble happen around the map. Make space for the Sven, getting farmed, kill people. Fairly simple game plan for Barga here.
Yeah, I think Centaur will run as ult, which is Stampede. That's really good with your team. Death Prophet gets the Exorcism going. Sven uses God Strength. Run in with Stampede. Just roll over the Radiant team.
To be honest, most Sven comps have very simple game plans. Make space for Sven. Meanwhile, on the other side, they're decently well-rounded on Kabam as well, actually. They have some good early game threats in the Night Stalker, but Lifestealer can scale throughout the game as long as he gets enough farm. They are generally a little more early game focused, but I think the Necro and Lifestealer can give them some staying power and might really just go down to big, evenly matched fights near the end of the game. Both teams get their way.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. There's potential from both teams to win these team fights. I think, as far as I'm concerned, the draft is as even as it could be. Maybe Kabam have a slight edge, but we'll see.
I personally buy the Sven advantage more than anything
Fair enough.
else.
Fair enough.
That's a 50-50 split. You love to see it. Off we go. And it's going to be curious actually seeing where they send some of these supports. And we might just have to wait a second to get one out of. But it's interesting guessing who's going to go with that Lifestealer. I think it might be the Dazzle because you can get some really nice right-click combos with the poison, but like Dazzle's also viable with Night Stalker on, so both seem like perfectly viable choices.
I agree. I would probably rate Dazzle Lifestealer as a slightly stronger lane than Jakiro Lifestealer, but it's so close at this point. Either can work.
And I mean, I expect like they could send the Undying to 5, knowing that Sven has a stun in the lane, or they could play really aggressive with this Maledict and double stun, get some really early kills under Sven's wallet. So you also have a bit of both strategies there. Undying could work because they have a lot of stuns for each lane here. Then Sven has stuns, the Centaur has stuns, the Witch Doctor has stuns. They're going to have stuns in both lanes, no matter what they do.
Yeah, it's true. They've got plenty of crowd control on the team, so they're ready to go, ready to fight. I think we're about to restart the game. Unpause is happening now. And the heroes will walk into their lanes.
Everyone has to start somewhere.
That is true. Is that the tip that you got?
I had to select it.
Okay.
I'm going to take a quick courier tour before it's too late. Lovin', is that an unusual owl? It's not. It's an unusual Snarl with Frostivus Frost on that Radiant team. Look at him go.
It's so hard to see.
Not a bad pickup there. Versus 3 donkeys? Unforgivable.
3 donkeys. Oh dear. Basic cosmetics. I like to see it. I'm a bit of a cosmetic
wearing
noob
a
myself.
helmet? Undying wearing nothing? Like, where's the value here? We got Immortals aplenty on the other team. Golds around. Couple ultra rares.
That's true, but more money spent does not mean better players, so we'll find out.
I can just see which team consistently chose to wail on Dota, and I can sympathize.
You can.
In my heart, I already have some love there. But looks like we have these lanes sorted out. Sven Undying. They are going to send the Witch Doctor with the Centaur. And it's interesting because whichever lane has the Witch Doctor is probably the one that's going to be trying to play for more tempo with the Maledict.
I agree.
Given that both the cores have stuns, you can make tempo happen in either one. That means that Witch Doctor really wants to hurt the Life Stealer, which can do now that the Maledict goes through the rage if you time it properly.
We've got 3 heroes in the bot lane, but the Radiant see this, and very quickly they just back off. So, a bit of fight in the top lane, not a lot. It's a very, very passive start to the rune fight.
Sven took a little bit of heat. That might take a little bit of regen out of him.
Oh, he accidentally TP'd. I think that was a mistake. Drops a branch, eats it with a tango, but he's just wasted a TP. The problem with wasting a TP this early in the game, it costs 75 mana to teleport. I think it's an often forgotten part of Dota. So he's quite low on mana.
Everything's going down, Millhouse, I think, Sven, today.
I think he'll be okay. Like you said, Sven is a very strong hero in the current meta. So you've got your faith in Sven. I'm sure he does too.
Sven's great because you can do whatever you want for the first 20 minutes and still win. You can just
Pretty
sit
much.
and bait for the first 20 minutes and you probably still, God's strength will carry you hard enough. So, it doesn't need to be scared.
It's a pretty good spell. We'll give it that.
I was about to make a comment on last hit, but given that the most last hits we have is 4, I might be jumping the gun just a little bit.
Yeah, I think 1 minute into the game, we can just hold on a little bit.
Sven completely out of mana. He had to burn stun again.
Yeah, he's got no regen either. No mangoes, no clarities, so he won't be stunning for a while unless he sends some more in from the courier.
He's looking for a bracer instead of more regen.
He should at least think about 1 mango, I'd say, so he can use the stun if he needs to.
How does this mid matchup look? Necro and the DP. Who is the stronger hero?
Well, I am a mid player, and I've played a lot of both of these heroes. I would have to give it to DP in this matchup, because Necrophos does not like dealing with large amounts of magic damage. Look how aggressive Above is playing. Just right click, gets the denial on the ward.
That's a free ward and a lot of damage. Definitely does have that harass. And Necro has bought no regen because he's going to try and count on Heartstopper.
He's got tangos in his quick buy, so hopefully he'll buy that. He's just bought that. It's coming down mid lane. He's very low there. He's going to have to just sit and wait for his
put the
tangos.
pressure on right now. Not quite going to go for it, but...
Yeah, it's a tough lane for Necrophos, I feel like, even for the best of players.
On the bottom lane, looks like Dazzle does want to mess with the creeps a little bit, give Lifestealer some of that space. He reckons if you time the rage well, you can actually dodge both of these stuns quite easily. They're both very, very highly telegraphed. both with sound and effects. So it's possible to possibly leave Lifestealer around here. You do just have to watch out, because if you do miss the timing on the Maledict, you're in a whole world of pain when it comes to your Rage.
You're right about that, because you can't remove Maledict, but Lifestealer is level 3 and doesn't have a point of Rage yet, so if they want to go on him, the time would be now. But I don't think they're prepared. Only rank 1 Maledict, which doesn't do a lot of damage. So Witch Doctor's going to hopefully try and hit level 3 before the Lifestealer hits 4, but he's not really in XP range.
He might have taken the Feast level 3 so that he can counteract the return damage.
Makes sense to me.
So he can repeatedly try and hit the Centaur with a Blightstone here as well. You know, he's really trying to whittle down that tanky hero. I mean, I would consider going Orb of Venom in this situation as well, just to hit him more, but it is a cost for sure.
Orb of Venom and Blightstone. Yeah, I could see it happening. Very aggressive.
Middle lane looking very even on the last hits when it comes wave to wave. Necrophos was able to cope and not die. So, but he did just burn for all those tangos he bought. Up on the top lane, Sven is making much more fun than Lifestealer is on his lane.
Yeah, that's true. He's got quite a big early advantage. Over almost 10 last hits ahead. We are only 4 minutes in, so there's plenty of the laning stage to go.
Epic win for Sven's everywhere, though. He can do whatever he wants. The double... Actually, Lifestealer's going double blades of attack. Is he trying to build old phase boots?
Maybe one is for armlet and one is for phase boots. That's what I reckon. But you're right, this is a throwback. Old phase boots was double blades of attack.
And we don't talk about cursed passive era. The cursed passive phase era. It just doesn't happen. Yes, the Rage up.
Oh, we're going on Centaur in the bot lane. He's in trouble. And like you said, Rage is the stun, and that's going to be an easy kill. First blood for Frodo.
Not enough damage back to that Maledict.
Yeah, Maledict did come, but he managed to dodge the Centaur hoof stomp using his Rage, so he was absolutely fine.
DP on mid. Don't think you'll get much though. But some harass. He was sitting invis right under the tower, able to get a Spirit Siphon as soon as the time was right. Winning the harass game quite a bit, and winning the harass game means you will win that last hit game eventually.
Yeah, or you make them buy more and more regen, which cuts into their gold. So either way, you're winning.
Necro wants to get bottle. Like, if you go bottle on Necro, you've almost admitted defeat already.
Yeah, Necro's one of those heroes who usually can get away without going bottle, but if you have to get it, I guess it's good that he's decided, right, I need it. You know, I don't mind that I don't usually get it, but I need it to survive in this lane. I think it's an intelligent pick.
Nighttime is here, and already Night Stalker, crafting the Sven a bit, does have regen up.
Night Stalker's about to hit level 4. There it is. He can put another point in Hunter in the Night, which he has done. Even more attack speed and move speed. He is a very fast and aggressive hero now, but what can he do against these two strength heroes?
If he's paying attention, he notices that Sven can't stun. Yeah.
True.
So there's a real chance with the dual breath, I think.
I think they should just go in, just start trading blows. You're going to definitely trade better than the Sven. You've got that much attack speed.
Undying looking to cause a distraction, though, in the meantime. Just about delaying that.
Yeah, Undying's gone for an interesting build. He's going max Tombstone, which is not the usual, but it means he wants to commit for those longer fights rather than just win the harassment.
So down on this middle lane, Necro did stack this camp here, but it looks like Death Prophet's going to find it first.
Ooh, that's not good for Necro, giving away a lot of farm.
DD rune on the DP as well.
What is she thinking about doing? Above is going to pop the DD rune. Is she going to pop the ultimate? Yes, she is. I like this. Immediately goes in. Uses the Crypt Swarm. Spirit Siphon, not going to dive the tower. I would actually have thought about diving the tower myself, but it's just going to take it instead. Double damage rune and the Exorcism.
The Ghost Shroud will
Oh, she's going. Yeah, she's chasing. We do have Ghost Shroud, like you said. No, he's got no mana. No, he does. Just has enough, but it's too late. Above claims the kill. Does take a lot of damage from the tower, but of course, Exorcism Ghosts are going to heal her up.
On the bottom lane as well, Lifestealer just jumped onto the Witch Doctor, rages through the stun, and they might get another.
Oh, it's close. Poison Touch has run out, so Centaur will be fine. Level 6 on the Lifestealer already. Got those phase boots up.
I think that was just a case of run at the Witch Doctor, and if you're raged and you can't be stunned, there's really nothing you can do to stop you. He's hitting quite hard already. The high points in Feast really are giving him the attack speed he needs, and with the Blightstone and the phase boots and the double blades of attack, ironically, it's hard very early.
Well, the second blades of attack is going into his armlet, so he's got a lot of damage already. Yeah, coming up to 90 damage with the free 45 attack speed. It's a lot.
The order prioritization on those blades is probably make things like this happen. And he is able to just easily dodge these Witch Doctor stuns because both of these stuns are really heavily telegraphed.
Yeah, it's worth it to dodge it. It does cost him 75 mana, but it's still fine. I think with Night Stalker has the chance to go on GH in the top lane, but
Sven's
chooses
getting
to play
annoyed.
careful.
Sven's getting really annoyed at this Night Stalker. He's burning stuns just to slow him down, but like he can't make any headway and he surely can't trade.
He's still winning in CS though. I mean, Night Stalker's done very well to keep up with the Sven, but that's not the winning trade. If the POS 1's getting as much farm as the POS 3, the POS 1 is winning ultimately.
He is still beating out the Lifestealer on the same trajectory. Meanwhile, Necrophos has been able to keep it up. He has found the camp, but Death Prophet has found him from Invis.
Ooh, just steals 2 of the creeps. Now going in with the Spirit Siphon. Is it going to be enough to completely dive the Necrophos? I don't think so. Out comes the TP. 2 TPs, in fact, but Above's just going to turn around. Like, yeah, whatever. Pop the phase boots and run away. Never mind, he's going in. Wow, this is very aggressive. It's 3 versus 1. Does Above think he can win against all 3 of them? In fact, I think he might do. He's taking a bit of damage, but Necrophos has absolutely no mana. There's no Reaper Scythe. Now Witch Doctor has turned up, throws out the cask. It's not going to get... Oh, does actually get 2 bounces. Thought it was only going to be 1. But they're going to be fine and everyone backs off.
Has Dazzle given up? I don't think he has.
He's still running in.
Pink Man on the hunt.
Wow.
Just about, and this is all... Lifestealer was just left totally alone for all of that.
Yeah,
So
catches up in the last hits.
Catch right up to Sven.
He's happy. He's level 7.5, so he is doing really well when it comes to XP. But GH, the Sven, he's also finding jungle camps. So he's not only farming the wave, he's also farming the jungle. Already got that Morbid Mask.
Donated stacks.
He has.
Although I'm not sure that that Sentry Ward there was quite gone to plan, actually, from the Undying. I'm not sure that's going to aid the task when it comes to killing that jungle camp, if you know what I mean.
He should deward it then.
No, like he placed it. I'm not sure what his plan was.
You can still deny it. I think maybe he thought it was blocked, so he was looking for the D-ward. But now that he knows it's not blocked, he should just hit the ward to remove it.
Can you hit a ward at full HP?
Yes,
Well,
you
it's
can.
only
Yeah.
half.
No, you can actually hit it from full. It
You
just
always
takes.
learn new things when rallies.
I think it takes 4 hits, and then when it gets to half, it instantly dies. Yeah, look, he's doing it now. You can see. Never mind, let's take a look at mid lane. We've popped Exorcism. We're actually going for a dive on Necrophos, but out comes the TP. Reaper's Scythe does a lot of damage, but Above still lives. No, it's going to go down. There is a Maledict on the Necrophos, but I don't think he took enough damage after it was used, so he's going to be fine. A bit of an overzealous dive from the Death Prophet.
Missing the Scythe kill kind of sucks, though, because one of the big things you want to do in Necro is deny your opponent time in the lane with the Scythe.
It's
It
true,
made
but
sense
a
to
kill on
bring it out.
Necrophos is still good. A
It
kill
made
is a
sense
kill.
to bring it out, of course, because
Yeah.
you know, he was in trouble.
We're going aggressive on this Centaur. He's got a double damage rune, but I'm not sure he's going to have much opportunity to use it. He's been stunned by Jakiro. Out comes a nice cask. The Lifestealer is still going. Look how aggressive this is. Dazzle's turned up, but I think they're going to be fine now. Death Prophet's back in the fight. Doesn't have Exorcism, though. And the Radiant are very low on mana, so they're just going to back off.
I feel like Lifestealer in his heart, he wants to go harder. And,
He
and
does.
Sven, he has Mask of Madness. He's ulted. I mean, I may have missed a kill opportunity. He may have missed a kill opportunity with it, but he'll happily use it to pick up farm.
I think it's just a jungling thing now. It's the meta. You pop your ult and you just, as quickly as possible, run around the jungle.
With the
And that's
Mask of
what he's
Madness, you do go pretty fast, so...
You do, yeah. You can kill a camps in like 3 hits. Let's have a look at that net worth to see who's on top. It's actually the Lifestealer claiming the #1 spot. Maybe because of the 2 kills he's got as well. Already got the armlet, which is a nice item to have 11 minutes in.
We've seen Lifestealer versus Sven matchups before, and it's kind of gone the same way in the sense that they would match up to each other, but Sven's cleave pulls him far, and it really carries him in the mid game and really gets him farm that Lifestealer has to get a lot slower.
Yes, I agree with you. I think. Oh, you're right. A lot of heroes gathering here. What are the Radiant going to do? They do have... When the nighttime's not available, they pop the Tombstone. Dire actually going aggressive. They didn't realize there's so many Radiant heroes waiting. Magnifier goes out, and Dying is taking a lot of burning damage. Now we're going into GH. He's got no stun. No spells at the ready, actually. Out comes Reaper Scythe. And like you said, there's the kill. There are some more TPs in, but it might be too late. Never mind. Witch Doctor finding a cheeky kill. Dazzle's going to keep himself alive with the Grave. Nice stun onto Centaur. He's still got a bit of Stampede left. He's going to die from the fire, or maybe not. Witch Doctor, he's found himself very out of position, trying to heal himself up, but he's going to go down. Centaur does make it out. This was a very good fight for the Radiant.
I was about to say this game is very even, but the Radiant pulling ahead in kills, but Sven, the Master Farmer, it's the first time he's actually been disturbed, and he'll be back at it very soon. Maybe I'm overspeaking the Sven, but I've seen enough of this hero. In my heart, you know, I feel like I've seen it all before. I'd love to be proven wrong.
Well, you're right. He did get killed, and he definitely can go back and immediately farm. And that's exactly what he's going to do. He's still second in the net worth, even after that death. So I think he'll be just fine. He TPs straight in. Oh, above. Pop the exorcism. Here's going to be a fight. But the silence from Night Stalker, it's disrupting everyone. But Sven is here. He's popped his ult. He's running in. He's already used the stun. But the Dire, they've already lost one. They're still running in. They popped the tombstone. I think the Radiant are going to make it out, or they're going to try to. GH still wants to dive. They may pick up Jakiro. Yep, Jakiro's going to go down. They are going under the tower. They do not care. Nice cast. It's just stunning both of them again and again. Sven's stun will find a kill. Necrophos, he's in trouble. Doesn't have his Reaper Scythe. Dire taking quite a lot of damage from the tower, and I think they're going to have to back off. But it's a nice play for them. They found both the supports, and they only lost the Centaur. So not much of a massive trade, but one extra kill's a kill. They can't be too upset with that.
Lifesteal has been using this space to make up for the farm that he will be missing out on soon. He's been hitting a lot of creeps, and he's got his armlet, and he's almost halfway to Deso. Not a bad run.
Yeah, he's actually top net worth now. Quite comfortably at top net worth, 500 above the Sven. So he's going to be just continue to farm.
Getting at it Masters for the first time. So there's a lot for him.
It's good. Lifestealer needs that early game advantage because he has no cleave. He's not a fast farmer. Not like Sven anyway.
It's the classic adage, farm heroes versus farm creeps.
Lifestealer is chasing this and dying. Do you really want to go on and die? He's going to try. He's not popping his armlet. Now he is. And they're going to use Stampede. So they've had to use that cooldown. It's quite long, 110 seconds just to save the support. But they're going to call that worth not giving any kills to the Lifestealer.
Looking at some of the items that these players want, Night Stalker has drums and he wants BKB straight away, would be a very serious power spike, but this is actually quite a heavy physical damage Radiant team.
Look at Witch Doctor, he just immediately goes Maledict and uses his ult. Night Stalker actually ends up just popping the silence and running off, so he will be okay. But Witch Doctor, level 6 support, able to force a level 9 Night Stalker into running away. That's pretty impressive. Now they're just going straight back in on him. They're like, yeah, actually, I've changed my mind. I want to kill you. He does get the cast out, gets one bounce. Is it going to bounce back again? Yes, it is. No third bounce. Above has TP'd in on that Death Prophet, but I think the Radiant are going to get away.
Very touch and go, these fights.
They are. Lots of retreating. We've got Blink Dagger on Centaur because he's gone straight for Blink. RPO just went Tranquil's Blink, so he's ready with the stun. It's only rank 1. He's going to back off. We've now popped the Darkness. We're running in. Centaur may be in trouble. He's been slowed. We do have the Reaper Scythe available. Popping it very early, and there's the kill. Exorcism has been used. Death Prophet is running in, but they are already outnumbered. There is a Tombstone, however, so it's going to be building. But look at the damage. They are doing so much. Above has to run under the tower. They've taken out the Witch Doctor as well. Tombstone immediately falls. And now they might think about diving the tower. In fact, Above's going to die. Invisible just runs in, pops the Void, gets the kill. Now Undying. He's going to go down. This is huge for the Radiant. They find 4 kills. And Sven wasn't there. He was just farming the jungle.
Sven has found the space, but it is still a lot to lose for a little bit of space. 1,600 to 1,700 gold lost around there.
And Lifesteal wasn't there either. So they didn't even need their core for that. He was also just farming away. Very close to Deso.
I saw it in the area, TP away quite near the end. I think it was hovering around that fight. He might have picked up some area gold.
Well, now he's got the Desolator. So Desolator and Armlet at 16 minutes. He is going to be scary.
So I don't think we've actually realised just how much physical damage is on this Dire team. I don't even think they've realised that they have 2 massive physical damage ults, plus, you know, zombies, which are going to hit physically, plus a Sven. They're actually, even with the twin heroes they have, they're super physical. Things
they
like
are.
BKB on
There's a smoke in the jungle. They're going to find RPO. Can he blink away in time? They see him, but they don't immediately go on him. I think he's actually going to get the blink. He does, but they're still going to chase him down. He's going to pop the Stampede, like you said, so he does run away. And they can't catch him on. Sven has popped his ult. He goes in, he finds 2-man stun, and he realizes, actually, I can't fight this. Witch Doctor very bravely decides to use his ultimate. Sven thinks about going back in. Not the right call. He's going to retreat into his base. So they only lose the Witch Doctor, which isn't too bad. It's only a support. They will, of course, get the Tombstone gold, 175 gold to the Necrophos. It is looking tough.
If this team stacks armor, then I'm not actually sure Varga can do anything to them for quite some time. If they, you know, like, what's the Death Ward and the Exorcism going to do to you at that point?
Yeah, their team, like you said, it's very physical heavy. They have almost no magic damage at all. A little bit from Death Prophet and Centaur, Maledict as well, but other than that, it's pure physical. And we're going to see what happens next. Above is running around, got Exorcism ready. Are they going to try to smoke themselves and look for a pickoff?
I'm curious because Nightstalker wants the BKB next, and while a BKB is always a help in every game, it's not going to be a complete game changer.
Oh, we found the Centaur again. We're going in, immediately pop the Dark Ascension, running in. We've got the silence. We've silenced that Witch Doctor. He has got no chance. Svenstun goes out, but it's not going to do anything. Green Bastard, he's thinking about the Necrophos, Reaper's Scythe. There it is, and he finds a double kill. And he still has his Guardian Greaves up. He does. He's just used it right now. His team are on full HP and mana. Will they even try for an 18-minute high ground?
And a Nether Shawl. He's going to be hitting really hard. He's got a Shawl as well.
Well, we are actually thinking about diving the Undying. Maybe not. Don't want to play it too aggressive. But they've already taken that tier 2 tower, so you know what that means. They now have control of the enemy team's outpost and will deny them quite a lot of experience at 20 minutes.
I'm paging my man Undying here. There's a neutral item in the shop that you could take. Just thought you'd want to know.
Yeah, I don't want to have that slot
tower now. Just going for it.
Unused. They're trying. Oh, he found the Sven. Invisible's found him. He doesn't know what to do with him. They're kind of looking at each other, having that stare down, and they're just both going to back off. All the heroes in the game are within the same small area, apart from Centaur, who's having to run back in. Lifesteal's just going in. He's only on half HP. Finds the Undying. He's going straight in. Look how much damage he's doing to it. And they can't stop him. He's enraged. Out comes the silence from the Nightstalker immediately, denying the Witch Doctor. Sven has popped his ult. He's trying to kill Necrophos. We've got Exorcism going out as well. We're chasing down the Green Bastard, but I think he's going to be fine. They don't quite have the damage to kill him, or maybe I spoke too soon. Do they have the burst? He's trying to heal himself up. Greaves is on cooldown. They will find the kill. That's pretty big for the Dire. Above, still got the Exorcism Spirits up. And both heroes are thinking, oh, I can't really go too much into this, but Lifesteal's like, well, I'm just going to go for it anyway. Hit Death Prophet before the Exorcism comes back in, but now out comes the Yule. Sven will find the kill. And now the Exorcism is going to come back and heal above. This is a massive turnaround. Really good fight for the Dire. Sven's stun is coming up in 3 seconds, and then poor Dazzle is going to go down. Chopped to death by the Sven. Triple kill for GH. And now he is top net worth.
That's a nasty misplay from this Kabam team. I was watching the Sven in that team fight actually, and he was just getting kited like crazy. Just stuck in the Jakiro stuns. Jakiro landing a lot of lovely ice paths, just kiting him around and getting him stuck. And they almost had him locked up, and then they just let their guard down for a second. His ult is still up. He will find you if you let him. It hurts.
I mean, they were 16-4, 16-3 before that fight. And now, look at the net worth difference. It's only 2,000 gold. So they have, like you said, completely evened it up. Sven is just that strong a hero. And when he gets that Aghanims, it's going to look really, really tough for the Radiant.
They have the capability to kite this Sven, but, I mean, they just need to abuse it a little bit more. Jakiro seems to be in the right place at the right time, and he came out there with his life, but they might need to rely on him and his stun, especially if they don't have many. The axe is already here, by the way. Speak of the devil.
Oh wow, yes, you're right. I wasn't looking at the courier, I just saw 2 components. Now he's already got it. And Death Prophet and Sven, they are the highest levels in the game. If you just have a look at the hero levels, Dire have managed to claim both of the top 2 slots. So they are closest to getting their level 18 ults.
Still not ahead on XP. But,
yeah, not overall. You're right. I think this game could still go either way. It looked like Radiant, Kabam had a really good advantage. There's definitely room for Google to make a comeback.
My favourite kind of game, the close ones. I love to see it.
That's what they were asking in the lobby. They said close games are actually more fun than stomps. So that's what they're going to get.
When are they not? Ben is really playing the efficient game right now. He's going to go AC next, skipping out the BKB for now. He's really confident they don't have enough stuns to stop him. And they actually don't really have enough stuns to stop him. So he's going to go full aggression.
I agree with that. If I was him, yeah, go aggressive. You're Sven, you're strong, you go in with the stun, you instantly kill someone.
The AC is also awesome here because, you know, the main weakness of this Dire team is going to be armor on the other team. So let's just get the AoE armor reduction. You don't really have any Deso heroes, but, you know, the next best thing is the AC, I think. Could help out
I agree
the
with
whole
that.
team deal damage with those
Sven
spells.
is just TPing straight into the mid lane. He's fairly confident that they're not going to jump him under the tier 2.
He also
And I
has
think
the
you'll be
Dispel
right.
talent, by the way, so he will...
He
be
has it,
ready
oh
to
dear.
get some heroes.
GH is being hit by the lifesteal. Will they be able to go on him? He uses the Ag to go straight into Night Stalker, but he is stunned. He's going to go down straight away. Reaper's side, he is dead for 77 seconds. This is not looking good, but there's a big stun from the Witch Doctor. It's bouncing back and forth. He's doing a lot of damage with the Death Ward. No one is cancelling it. However, the Radiant have already found a kill on above. Death Prophet has gone down. Visible turns up. Void, he is running around. Lifesteal was inside him. Bursts out, instantly kills Undying. Witch Doctor, you're going down too. Out comes the Rage, tries to TP home. A little bit too ambitious. So, the Dire, or Google, they did manage to find a kill on the Necrophos and the Jakiro, but their entire team died as a result of it.
I'm loving the play on this Jakiro. He's aware of the fact that his team has a deficit in terms of stuns, and he is in the right place at the right time to deliver that stun onto the right heroes. He almost caught Sven in the fight they eventually lost, but then he just caught Sven for real that time. Always out on the wings, and he's not even getting caught that often. I'm really liking the way he's playing. I see why, you know, we always like to see why Jakiro is so highly valued, because a right Jakiro with that long range ice path can make a lot of difference in a team fight.
It can. 2.5 second stun that comes out at like 1,000 range. It's an incredible spell. And he, like you said, he saved it exactly for when the Sven jumped in. And then they just burst down the Sven. Maybe he really does need a BKB, and you're right, he's actually changed his mind. Assault Cuirass has gone out of the quick buy, and in comes the BKB. I've completely changed my mind just from looking at that fight, and so has he.
But the Assault Cuirass will still be in the game because Lifestealer is picking it up. Plus armor for the team? Am I right, or am I completely wrong here?
Yep, 5 armor for your team, 5 armor gone for their team.
Even nicer on top of this armor stacking that you want to do. Like, this Death Ward has not been able to do anything against this high armor. We've not really felt the exorcism all game. I've never really felt like that had an impact in a team fight. You're basically banking on Sven, who does hit very hard. He is a Sven. You never discount a Sven. But really, currently, it is all Sven. And other heroes you can't help that much. Look at his player net worth. You know, the Death Prophet hasn't even hit 10k yet, and the rest of the team is floundering. That Centaur core, he had good last hits early, but...
They've used the scan, but they don't have Night Stalker with them. I don't think they want to fight this. They're running into the high ground. Out comes the stun. It's just going to bounce between the two of them. This is a great cast. They've got the Maledict as well. It's not looking good for the Dire. Green Bastard is running away. Heals himself up with the Greaves, and now they're going to kill the Tombstone. So maybe actually it's okay for the Radiant. One more hit and the Tombstone will go down. They deny it. Very cheeky play. Use a lifesteal and deny the Tombstone, saving 200 gold for your team. And in the end, nothing happens. Everyone backs off.
We see it again into this armor, this Death Ward. It's just not even tickling these heroes. The physical damage on it is just, it's not helping.
They have another smoke. They've only smoked 2 heroes. Oh no, 3 heroes in smoke. They've also got Night Stalker running around, and it is nighttime. Nighttime for a very long time. So he's happy. He's roaming around. He's just taking the outpost again. Maybe baiting for his team. And the Dire, they're running straight into the trap. Maybe not. They're a bit unsure. They don't have vision. Now they've seen the Night Stalker. Okay, the smoke is broken. The Dire have 2 very nice wards in their own jungle. They're both on the cliffs though. One will go down, and the other one is still up. But they're now pretty much trapped in their base, apart from the Sven, who's having fun in the bot lane, just chilling by himself.
Lifestealer has 73% physical resist.
We're going to go for the stun. We actually land the stun on the Lifestealer. It looks like the fight's going to start. We're going in on that Centaur. Amazing stun with the Ice Path. 2 heroes immediately killed. Sven's still not even here. Tower's about to go down now. You've lost your tier 3. You've still got a huge Night Stalker running at you. Big Scary and Nighttime. He's got the Skull Basher, so he even gets some stuns, increasing their crowd control. They're just going to back off for some reason. But should they? I mean, Sven has decided, yeah, I'm just going to pop my ult and hit the tower. With God's strength, he actually did 1,000 damage to it, but now he's being chased. I think he's going to have trouble. Or can he TP out? No, he can TP out because they don't have any stuns.
He doesn't
Good
have
play from the
cooldown.
Sven. But look,
The Dazzle.
Exorcism is being popped in the top lane, and I think the Dazzle, he's going to get chased by these ghosts and go down. No, but he's got the Grave. Doesn't actually get it off in time, but he did have a cooldown on his TP, like you said. So interesting fight there. The only thing Kabam had from that is that they did manage to take a tier 3 tower. So they get a slight advantage there.
I hate to mention the physical damage ults again, but was that Exorcism doing a single thing until that final kill? Did we even notice that it was up and doing damage? This is going to be a real problem if all you have is the Sven. And your big ultimates are just tickling the enemy team right now.
I think I think Exorcism still hits hard, but she needs a lot of time. You know, Above needs to keep it up for a long time to see the damage from it. And the fights are so quick. You saw those 2 kills, they happened pretty much within 1.5 seconds. So they don't really have the environment to just sit around and get that Exorcism damage. Everything's got to be instantaneous or you die.
Lifestealer's going to fish out a Paladin sword.
Oh, what a good item.
Sort of item for that boy.
Literally the perfect Lifestealer tier 3 item. He's happy. Well, he's actually sent it back. He's using the Greater Fairy Fire for now.
Yeah, he's keeping the Fairy Fire. Fairy Fire, very underrated, and it sure is more health, so...
Yeah, and damage.
I think the Paladin's going to go to Necro, which is also perfectly fine.
Yeah, 14% more healing.
More than good.
He's not going to complain. I think that's a fair enough way of using it. But if you use the Fairy Fire on Necrophos while you're under the effects of Ghost Shroud, it's like a 700 burst heal.
Consider the fact that it's going to buff the Guardian Greaves and the Death Pulse for the whole team.
That's true. That's a very good point. Does it buff it for the whole team, or does it buff it just for the player?
It says the word healing, so...
It does say, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Good point. Good point. Didn't think about that.
For once, I have bested the Dota Knowledge Man with Dota Knowledge.
That is true.
What more can we find today?
I'm still
has
learning.
The Basher. He only really has one more slot for a big item.
Well, he can convert to the Abyssal Blade, which I think will be his next choice. I don't know what he'll be looking for last. It's anyone's guess.
Meanwhile, interestingly, if you actually think about it, yeah, Lifestealer only has one more slot that's free for something new. Sven actually has 2, because he has the Bracer and the Aghanims, which will be melted down at one point. So...
Dire are going to have to back off. They've got an Invis on the Death Row, but they've seen her because they've got a Sentry. Above, uses the Lotus Orb, but there's the Bash, and I think there's going to be a kill. Keeps himself alive with yours, but Sven's gone in. Look, he's going to immediately melt the supports, get 2 kills on the spot straight away. Never mind, only finds 1. Didn't quite get Jakiro. He's being beaten to death by the Night Stalker. This damage is incredible. Out comes the Magpie. Literally, the entire team are standing in it. But the Witch Doctor, the stun was doing quite a lot of work, but I think it's now over for the Dire. Above, gets stunned again by the Ice Path. And now the fight is going to be brought to a quick end. Keeps himself alive with Yules, but it's only delaying the inevitable. And I think the MVP of that fight... Oh, it's still actually going. What? The Lifestealer died. I think he toggled off his armlet and killed himself with the return damage or something like that. So there'll only be 2 heroes alive from that. 3 kills versus 5. But I think the MVP will have to be the Night Stalker. He just wailed on a Sven in BKB. Didn't care. Killed him in like 2 or 3 seconds. Unlucky from the Lifestealer.
Swing on the gold again. Night Stalker, I mean, he's taken advantage of that armor aura from the AC that the Lifestealer's carrying with him, and then he has the Skull Basher, which hits Sven right where it hurt and set him up for the Ice Path.
He's actually got the Paladin Sword, and he chooses to pop his BKB. He really wanted to get that range racks, but they're not going to be able to take the melee racks. So at least they still got something.
Guess he's just looking for the free lifesteal. I mean, it's not bad. If you're going to hit that hard, if you're going to start whacking heroes, then it's not a bad call. The Paladin Sword's being handed around like candy right now.
It is.
Who wants it next?
I mean, if you think about Lifestealer Night Stalker, his ultimate gives him 150 attack damage, and he has 80 attack speed built in. That's a lot of free damage. With the Basher, which allowed him to stun the Sven even during his BKB, he's a force to be reckoned with. You certainly can't ignore him now.
What
7-1-15.
Musical chairs on this Paladin Sword. Dazzle's going to carry it before the end of the game.
I hope so. I'd love to see it go through every hero.
A 4th hero. Jakiro has no argument for it, unfortunately, but tried his hardest in his heart. Getting the craggy coat on the Jakiro is lovely, though, because, like, you know, against a physical damage team, you're probably the one most vulnerable hero. Why not just stack up 12 more armor?
It's a lot of armor. Yeah, more than a plate mail. So it's a lot of value, and he doesn't really need high attack speed. Just enough to cast Liquid Fire, and he's good to go. Players are just walking around now. There's not a lot of grouping up. Actually, we do have 4 heroes in mid, although above is currently in the top lane. Will they group up and look for another kill?
Sven hasn't really hit like close to a new item milestone in some time. His gold suggests he'll be there soon, and it looks like he's gonna go for the crit, but he's slowed down on
He's
the
got Dazzle. Dazzle is far out of position. He's gonna Glimmercape. He actually just tries to TP out. He doesn't even use the Shallow Grave, but it doesn't matter because he's gonna go down. They drop a sentry and they use him to counter the TP. That was a very, very aggressive attempt to place a ward.
That's me when team says we need wards.
You just run in through the entire enemy jungle and just throw a ward down. He didn't even de-ward it.
He did. His ward down. And
But
the enemy team, there is a sentry up there, they can't see the observer ward because you only get to see observers up there for a very short amount of time when you place your sentry.
They should check it with a courier. Look, they've got 2 couriers going right past it. If they just use Undying's courier, he could see it. Come on, Undying. Your courier's there. Bring it back. But okay, they got it. They got it. That's important.
See it coming. Greaves finally out on the Undying. Both teams finally even in that regard.
That is true. A very useful
His
item.
neutral item. God rest his soul.
What did he get? Oh yes, he got 5 armor and 5 health regen.
This is a super aggressive build-up coming for the Nightstalker. He wants a Moon Shard straight away. He has Heaven's Halberd. Lovely for the Sven. You know, shut off their only damage, why don't you? But now, nothing but attack speed. I mean, you already have the AC on the team, so what's your next best option? It maybe is a Moon Shard.
I feel like the Nightstalker is now the scariest hero in the game. Like, of all the heroes, which ones are we scared the most of? I would actually say it's the Nightstalker now. Sven, still a lot. You definitely need to focus him as your #1 priority. But you can't ignore this Lifestalker? Nightstalker. Almost made a new hero up. Nightstalker.
Don't say his name too often, or we might give you an EMF level 5. Spooktober it is! Over, unfortunately.
It is. We are well into November.
We do have spooky heroes in the house, though. This is what you get when you play a gold tier Nightstalker. You just expect it. You just expect this sort of talent. DD on bot. This could be taken advantage of.
Hasn't been a team fight for a while. None of the teams have decided to group up, and I feel like that favors the Dire, favors Google, because they have a little bit of a disadvantage, but they've also got Sven, which gives them quite good. They actually double smoke in mid. They are now looking for a fight. Bit of a miscommunication there, but nevertheless, they are ready to go. Radiant had no idea that the smoke happened, so Kabam may be in for a surprise.
This is going to hit real hard.
DD Sven, but they don't know where the enemy team are. They're basically completely missing each other. Both teams are in smoke. You've got 5 heroes in smoke, 4 heroes in smoke, because Nightstalker does not have smoke at the moment. Or a big fight's going to go down. It's getting tense.
They can see the Nightstalker, so they know he's around. But
they're running in. They've seen Jakiro. BKB's been used, and Jakiro, is he going to go straight down? A lot of damage going into him, but he's kept alive by the Greaves. You've now got the stun onto the Sven. Sven's taking a lot of damage. He's going to have to run. Look at the damage. This in Nightstalker, he's going straight onto the Witch Doctor. He will find the kill. Sven has now popped his ult. They're all in a massive mosh pit of death. You can hardly see what's going on. A big stun goes out. Centaur stuns everyone. This is not looking good, but they do kill Sven. It's now 3 versus 2. Now it's 2v2. But this Nightstalker, he is just an absolute beast. However, I think Death Prophet's going to find a kill. It is now a 1v1 fight of epic proportions. And it's actually really close. I'm not sure who's going to win this. Both heroes are really low on HP. And finally, the Nightstalker takes it. Nightstalker has 16% health. Everyone else is dead. It is literally a last man standing team fight. What an incredible fight that was.
What happened to Sven there? He got 2 perfect stuns, almost perfectly lined up to cleave into like 3 people with ult, and it didn't materialize. Amazing timing by the Lifestealer with Abyssal to get the first stun, but like, you know, he was like in there, BKB'd with the ult, lined up, got the stuns. Where was the damage?
He was just constantly locked down by Lifestealer and Nightstalker. Both have bashers. I mean, even Abyssal Blade on the Nightstalker. Both of those go through BKB. So they just locked him down by hitting him to death, basically. So it was tough for them. Also, you've got BKB on Nightstalker. You've got Magic Immunity on the Lifestealer. So Sven can't really get the stun on either of them.
Level 25 Nightstalker with the plus 80 attack speed talent.
That's a massive increase.
You have a carry right here.
You do.
Next wave of neutrals is here. Could be some interesting items. I'd love to see some Havoc Hammers on both teams.
Ooh, Dire would love Havoc Hammer. That's what Google are desperate for.
Maybe throw Night Stalker a leveler and just let him finish this game already. Or,
I mean, he picked up his Hunter in the Night 80 attack speed talent, like you said. He's now also got his Moonshard. He is attacking incredibly quickly. Look at him just destroy Roast by himself. Not a hero who usually does solo Roast, but he has no problem this game.
As long as nobody gets Ninja Gear, we're all Gucci.
Yeah, Ninja Gear not the most useful item, but you can always take it for the smoke.
I hear a lot of love for Flicker, and I've never ever actually been able to see in my games a Flicker be used effectively.
It is an incredibly good item if there's something worth dispelling. If there's something worth dispelling, like let's say there's a bounty hunter, you just dispel track. We're going on the Centaur. Night Stalker's popped his ult, Dark Ascension. He's running in. Meanwhile, Lifestealer, he's trying to go in on the Death Prophet, but the Lotus Orb reflects the stun on him. They've already found one kill. Witch Doctor's going to go down next. He's a Glimmer. They don't have any detection. So actually, he will live.
Really burned a BKB, that Night Stalker. He just burned it on nothing.
Well, he did find a kill. And now they're going to try and take the tier 3 tower. They still have Aegis on the Lifestealer. Look how fast Night Stalker just takes out that Rax. Immediately, it's gone.
The shard is here.
And they're just going to back off.
He's going to carry it.
I just realized something. Moonshard gives you 400 bonus night vision. When you've already got 1800, the perfect night vision, now you have 2200 night vision.
It's flying vision with the ultimate.
So you can see so far it's like a lighthouse. Wow.
We just need to stop buying wards. We have a 120-second cooldown on our observer ward to the max. I remember the good old days of Night Stalker unobstructed vision Aghanims. I miss those days.
You don't really. Let's be honest.
They're horrible. When I was playing the Night Stalker, yes, I miss those days.
Oh, and the days when his ultimate reduced the vision that you had, even on your wards, so you were sort of trapped in your base, scared of the dark.
Well, he's going to get fairly close to it now if he's going to be carrying a Moonshard with the ult. You're almost there, sometimes.
He's going to get his own Abyssal Blade too, so he'll just be chain stunning this Sven. He's already level 26. He is... Oh, there's the Havoc Hammer.
Whatever it is.
Who would we give the Havoc Hammer to? Could give it to the Lifestealer. I think that's probably the better option. 30 damage, 18 strength, and an AoE slow.
I think Night Stalker could see himself dropping these drums soon for his own source of lifesteal and then picking up a stronger item.
I think he could even go Daedalus, to be honest. I mean, he's so strong, you might as well get the highest damage item in the game, which is the Daedalus, excluding Rapier, of course.
No love for Rapier, I was about to ask.
Yeah, nah, Rapier, that's the one true item, but I think that might be a little bit unnecessary. It is daytime, so they now have 4 minutes of daytime. So he's going to have to use Dark Ascension if he wants to make it night now.
Might be able to push 2 lanes at once if this Lifestealer can spam Rage hard enough. He has the Rage duration talent, so...
Very nice, just hit level 25. There's a leveler. There we go. Who do we give the leveler to? Lifestealer's going to take it. Lifestealer's going to take it.
He's already hitting towers so quick with AC and Deso. Just, like, mess them up even more. Why not?
25% bonus building damage as well as 60 attack speed. It looks like he's going Manta style on the Lifestealer. That's a very interesting choice. Not an item you usually see Lifestealers pick up because he's not really got a lot of stats that benefit from illusions. Oh, I think the Dazzle's a little bit out of position. He has gone in completely by himself and he is going to get taken down. So what are Kabam going to do now? Are they going to back off because it's 4v5? Or are they going to fight nonetheless?
This Dazzle's gameplay is a little relatable. With the ward and the death. Like, I feel it in my heart. This happens to me. I blame the world. How could it happen?
It's tough, isn't it? A tough life being a support. You step out, wrong place for 1 second, immediately killed. And looks like we're going to find the Undying. It's exactly the same story. We're actually going to pop the Reaper's Scythe for him, but that does bring him down for 85 seconds. That's a long time to be dead when you're only a support. We've actually popped Dark Ascension too. He uses Abyssal. He's going straight in by himself. It's 3 versus, or even 4 versus 1. But he does get Sven to pop the God Strength. Sven goes in. He finds the Nekphos. He's like, yeah, I'm going to go in on him. But I think the Nekphos is going to be fine. He's got the Guardian Greaves. He's keeping himself alive with the Ghost Shroud. But Sven's stunned. It's up in 1 second. Thinking about going. But he's lost vision. He's lost vision. And out comes the Maledict. I mean, the Cask. It actually gets reflected by the Lotus Orb, stunning their own team. And now there's no God Strength. So maybe Kabam are going to think about re-engaging. But they're not.
A little messy of a fight. I think everything just got burned for nobody to get anything.
Yeah,
Apart from
exorcism's out.
The lowest net worth hero in the game doesn't count as a consolation prize.
No, that is true. I mean, I would really like to see Kabam just group up and just barrel down mid, but it looks like they're playing a little bit cautiously at the moment. Maybe waiting for the next roach. I mean, they've still got the Aegis, but it's going to time out any moment now. I think they've got about 10 seconds on the Aegis, and then it's going to go.
Dota Plus is 98% confident. That is scary. I would have expected I'd have more of a way back in.
And there's the Aegis. It is
Team
gone.
learning can be wrong.
It can be. I don't know how it calculates it, but it's definitely been wrong before.
I think it's just based on all the games it's seen in the past, basically. Anything it's seen that's like this.
Look at that damage he did to the tower. He was hitting the tower for what? 2 seconds maybe? Didn't even use the Manta Star. Does 500 damage to it and gets the glyph. So he is strong.
If you want to know more about machine learning, you could ask the Google team. I heard that's something they do.
They're pretty good at it. World experts.
This could be Megas if it goes badly. Simply put, last fight for the Dire, I feel.
And Leipzig just goes back to the tower. Look, he's going to go back to tower. Lotus Orb. He's been silenced. He's going to back off. Oh, here comes the Night Stalker. Dark Ascension's been used. Immediately killed the Tombstone. They've used Stampede on the Dire. But we're being locked down. Reaper Sight's going to get a kill. 2 heroes already dead. They've got no buyback. Witch Doctor, he's going to be in the Glimmer Cape. No one can see him. They need some detection. But like you said, it's not doing a lot of damage, this Death Lord.
Even
way
with
too
the
much armor.
Aghanims.
We do have still God's Strength ready from the Sven. He's going to have to commit it soon.
So
Lifesteal's going in.
all of the alive heroes on Dire have buyback. All the dead ones do not.
But like you said, it's too late. Megas are going out, making very short work of those racks. And now it's looking pretty tough for Google, let's be honest. I mean, what can they do? They still have the God's Strength, but do they want to take a fight 3 versus 5? I don't think so. And now they're just cleaning up the rest of the building with all the shrines going down, while they wait for the first wave of Megas, which hasn't spawned just yet.
They're going to take some time to move their slow little butts across the map. Choo-choo.
The first wave's about to spawn now. And here they are, the Mega Creeps.
The Giga Chads. We love to see it.
100 damage on a melee, or 133 damage on a ranged creep. That is a lot of damage. And what are the Dire going to do now, though? What do they do?
Is there a way? I mean, they actually do have wave clear if they really want to hold on for this long. It's not like this is something that Sven is unfamiliar with.
True. He can kill a wave of any strength in about 2 or 3 hits.
But it will take a miraculous fight of one of these 2 hypercores screwing up massively.
I mean, Kabam are also holding some buybacks. Lifesteal doesn't have it at the moment. He just misses 600 gold, and you don't have the buyback on the Necrophos, missing about 1,200 gold. But even if they lose a team fight, they've still got Glyph, they've still got tier 2 towers. In fact, they've even got a tier 1 tower in their top lane. So they're pretty safe, even if they end up getting wiped. And of course, the Dire, they have to constantly fight back Megas, so it's very hard for them to make ground. It's going to be a massively uphill battle now.
Yeah, it's just about catching them in an error. The only reason they're not GD'd out yet is because they think some player could score up, and they could. The game of throws is not ever alive, but that's all it's going to take, I think, is a mistake.
I mean, you can see them currently fighting off all 3 waves at the same time in their base. They are not able to move out at all. Completely grounded. Whereas the Radiant team, they can farm whatever they want. Yeah, we're farming your jungle. We're farming your waves. Basically, we have all the gold in the world. The net worth is just going to grow and grow and grow until they finally decide that they want to end.
It's going to be a slow journey.
I think they're waiting for Roche. Roche is up. It's only got Aegis and Chi.
I was expecting that the next item for Night Stalker would be a Satanic, and that is where he's going to go. Drop the drums, get the Satanic, become unkillable. Why not?
I would have liked to have seen him go even more aggressive and get that Daedalus. Just go raw damage and really kill people. But I guess Satanic is a safer option.
I think he wants to have a Camo or a Shaco, and in order to take that, he's going to have to drop the Paladin. And in order to drop the Paladin, he's going to need Lifesteal. It's a vicious cycle.
Oh, we've gone inside Lifesteal has gone inside Night Stalker. For some reason, I've merged those 2 heroes together. He's popped the ult. He's running in. Is he just going to go straight on the Undying? No, he's actually going on the Sven. Immediately Abyssal Blade, and they've got another Abyssal Blade back to back. Is it enough to kill him? Yes, the Stampede is used. It's too late. They've lost Sven. He's got no buyback. That's going to be it now. They pop the Exorcism, trying to do what they can. Out comes an amazing Ice Path, basically stunning the entire team. Macropire going straight through as well. There is a buyback from the Undying, but he has no Tombstone. They're basically sitting outside your base. Reaper Scythe going to hit the Undying, and that was a dieback. He is now dead for over 100 seconds. And now we're just smacking you right outside your fountain. Nothing you can do. Try to blink in with the Centaur, and meanwhile the creeps have ended the game, and it is GG.
We go down like men. Divided we fall. Sven was proven wrong. I love to see it. I mean, you know, it's just I see the same story every single time when it comes to the Sven.
I mean, he definitely had a good start. He was farming really well. If you look at his score, he ended up 8-5-5. If you just take that out of context, you think, yeah, that's an okay Sven game. Unfortunately, in the late game, they had so much BKB piercing lockdown for him. He just couldn't get any opportunity to do any damage. The Night Stalker and the Lifestealer just perma-bashing him every fight. It was really good focus from them in the late game. And Kabam, they take a well-earned victory.
I was shocked by the Night Stalker, and I would rate him as the most valuable player of this game. You expect him to be a bit of a mid-game juggernaut and then fall back, but he not only did he make space for the Lifestealer, but he decided, I'll play this game myself as well. And just, you know, came in and just started tearing a Sven apart. It's not often you see 40 minutes into a game, a Night Stalker taking down a well-farmed Sven. It's unusual stuff.
It was incredible. I mean, he basically was a core in his own right. He went 10-1-22, only dying once the entire game. Just going to have a look at the hero damage stats. He has done by far the most hero damage on his team, miles ahead. Even the Lifestealer, who had a great game as well, he's about 20,000 damage ahead, about 15,000 damage. So just incredible play from Visible and a well-deserved MVP vote from me.
So with this, the bracket looks like in an interesting place with 3 teams that went into this event on the 0-2. Only one could make it up, with the other competitor being Fail of Discord, who are still currently playing against the Red Hat Lynx Assassins. I wish we had a result by now. I would have loved to break the news, but unfortunately we do not. Unfortunately, it's the end of the road for Google's Barga team. They did win enough games to make it to this phase, but with no wins picked up in the second phase. They'll possibly be hoping for more, but they have been fun, and we have enjoyed their games.
Yes, we have.
And with this, we approach the final 12 coming up in the coming weeks. Let's talk through the teams that are guaranteed to make it. First of all, we've had Google Cloud players, Silver Edgelords, Amazon Web Services, and Google Geniuses fighting in their own special little bracket away from the plebeians as the ultimate kings of the top 12. Looks like the other guaranteed teams we'll be seeing here are the Social Net Worth, What's in Your Warlock, Defense of the Azure, Alexa Zusalt now, Google's Back to Basics, Slark Puckerberg, and probably the Red Hat Linux Assassins. I'm not exactly sure how the ranking works, but I'm pretty sure they clinch it regardless of their result today. So, unfortunately, we do say goodbye to GOOG2, and maybe even bye to Kabam. We'll have to see what happens at the end of today. Catch up with you on that one next week as we show you the top 12. There have been some great teams, and some of these teams are playing super, super fast Dota. Way more coordinated than I ever expected.
Yes, this game especially, it was really aggressive play from both teams, lots of amazing team fights. And it's a shame that Google have to go because they also played really well this game. You know, it wasn't a stomp, it was a very close, lots of intense team fights. So, you know, if this is the quality Dota we're seeing right at the bottom, imagine how good it's going to get as we approach the final.
I'm scared. I'm scared when it comes to Amazon. You know, Amazon Web Services, they've won every time we've seen them so far. They've won a lot of games so far in their own little bracket. But Google Cloud are also very strong as well. And of course, we love the underdog runs as these teams get seeded based on their performance. We'll be back hopefully the same time next week to bring on the glorious top 12. Until then, do you have any last comments? Anything to say to the crowd on this spooky dietide season of November?
Not particularly. Pleasure to be here, guys. Hope to see you all soon.
Goes until the day before Christmas. Remember that. We'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
look at people and I wonder all day, who are you and you are not the one in your way? And then I think about myself and I stay, I'm a pretty boy.